Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott Selections here for Friday, May 14th. Before we get into today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We're picking up a nice winner in baseball with the St. Louis Cardinals money line at plus 115 on BetMGM. Game went the way that I thought it would. Burns ended up pitching well, but he was on a pitch count, ended up only going 5 innings. Flaherty was fantastic. St. Louis won again with him starting. I believe that they are now 8-0 in his starts, and the Cardinals ended up winning 2-0. So a nice, easy winner there. Look for another winner here on Friday. Before the play of the day, we're going to be sticking with baseball. It's going to be a matchup that's going to be taking place at around 10 p.m. Eastern Time between the Cleveland Indians and the Seattle Mariners. And the play of the day is going to be on the Indians on the money line at minus 118 on FanDuel. Time recording of 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Indians in the spot. First of all, you look at these two teams. Cleveland has been the much better team this season. Cleveland is 21-14 overall, 11-7 on the road, while Seattle is 18-20, 9-9 at home. Meanwhile, both teams heading in opposite directions here. Cleveland has won 4 in a row. Meanwhile, Seattle has lost 5 in a row. Seattle is one of those teams that was overachieving early and then completely fell apart, or it appears that way, that they're in the middle of a massive collapse. Of course, it's not the same level as Kansas City, who has lost 11 in a row, but it's the same premise. Seattle was a team that a lot of people thought was going to be awful this season as he got off to a hot start. And then they kind of fell back down to earth, and the markets haven't fully adjusted just how bad this team actually is. But you look at the pitching matchup here. Cleveland does have the better starting pitcher in this matchup. You do have Aaron Civale on the mound against Chris Flexen. Civale is 5-0 with a 2.91 ERA and a 1.04 whip. Meanwhile, Flexen, pretty good numbers as well, but his numbers aren't as good as Civale's. Flexen has a 3-1 record with a 3.78 ERA and a 1.41 whip. However, most of Flexen's good numbers came earlier in the season because his last 2 outings have not been good. Flexen has gone in his last 2 outings, 10 in the third innings, and has allowed 7 earned runs, so that is definitely concerning leading up to this matchup against a very, very solid starting pitcher for Cleveland. But if you also want to talk about the Indians and you're worried about this game being close, what happens if this game is going to be tied going into the later innings? Well, Cleveland does have the best bullpen in the entire league according to ERA. Cleveland is number 1 in the league in bullpen ERA. Seattle's bullpen's pretty good, ranks 11th, but Cleveland at number 1 means that if this game is going to be close, Cleveland's bullpen should be able to buy the offense a couple extra innings in order to eventually win the game. But at the end of the day, Cleveland's playing its best ball of the year so far. Seattle is in complete free fall, and you're giving me minus 118 on a team that's in much better form, a team that's more talented, a team with a better starting pitcher, and a team with a better bullpen. This line doesn't really make any sense to me. I think this line should be closer to around 130 or so based on how good Cleveland has looked lately. Now, I do expect this game to be pretty ugly offensively. Both teams are not very good at scoring runs, but I do think that Cleveland does enter this game in much better form, which should be enough in order to get Cleveland to produce just enough offensively in order to get the job done. So the play of the day, once again, here for Friday, May 14th, is going to be on the Indians money line at minus 118 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.